Hey, hello, my dear students of second standard. Welcome once again in my English lecture. I hope that now, when you are sitting in this lecture, you are mentally fresh. You might have eaten your lunch, and now you are ready and prepared for watching this lecture for a half an hour. I hope at least this half an hour you will pay loyally, you will, or honestly, you will watch this lecture and you will really enjoy this very much. Why am I saying so? Is because since many days we are doing revision work and many students were waiting for this, as they for some or the other reason were not able to watch the previous lectures or the explanation videos, or they might be having the queries. Many such things were there, and based on which I prepared revision lectures, and I am preparing still the revision lectures, so that the concept which they have missed out, or if they are not able to understand, will be revised once again along with the explanation till the objectives. Every single thing is revised. So rather than just watching this for the formality purpose, you can understand the story again. The more you understand the story, the less you will have to mug up the answers. So this is really the golden opportunity for you. Today we are going to revise The Little Golden Dog lesson 9. Yes, we have revised poem 8, I know that. We even have revised lesson number 11, 12. So now here I am with lesson 9, The Little Golden Dog revision. And like I said, this is a great chance for you to understand the story a second time. Yes, the first time few people might have seen, few might not have seen the lectures, might not have watched the lectures. Even though if you have seen, you might be having the queries. So every single thing will be cleared for the second time. This is what the meaning is of revision. Now what you are going to do is, you have to just keep the textbook. That also if you have. If you do not have, this screen is there, right? On the TV or in the mobile phone, you might be watching this. So textbook I always display, and I am going to display today also. So nothing to worry about. Yes, but your duty is to imagine whatever I am trying to explain you. Imagination works the most. It is the most powerful thing. What you think makes you very comfortable with the story. So just step by step, as I say, as I narrate the story, you have to try to think and try to imagine how the dog would be, how the staircase would be, how the, every single character in the story would be. So you have to imagine each and everything. Only then will you be able to understand, otherwise not. So let's get started. Now display the textbook on the screen. I hope you people are very ready and eager to again start the revision discussion of the lesson 9, The Little Golden Dog, which is based on the dog Mocha. So Mocha, yes, Mocha is the name of the little golden dog in the story. Just to give you the brief idea here, just imagine, students, if you had a dog. Yes, some of you might even be having the dog. Then you have to remove the word if. You have the dog, and just imagine if he or she, I mean to say, it is able to speak different languages. If it is able to speak Gujarati, Hindi, English, yes, will you not get shocked? How can a dog speak? This is the only gift to the human beings from the living things given by the God. We are able to speak. Yes, they are also speaking in their different languages, we have given different names to the sounds they make. Specifically, cats do meow, dogs bark. For us, they are barking, but they are talking in their own language, right? But just imagine dogs, cats, all the animals starts speaking in our languages. You will say that, sir, don't throw the pebbles in the air. This is becoming too much. How can the dog or the cat speak? But this is what is happening in the story. See, sometimes it happens that when the dogs are barking in certain tone, we feel like they are speaking something. That's called illusion. It seems like they are speaking something. This is what is going to happen in the story. So now, without disclosing much of the secrets, we will start reading and understanding this. I hope that now you are very much comfortably sitting and waiting for me to read and explain it to you the second time. Let's get started. So, reading part. Mocha is a little golden dog that speaks English. No one seems to know but me. My job is to feed Mocha and take her for walks when her family goes on vacations. I have asked them about Mocha before. I have said, "Are you aware, Mr. and Mrs. Kyumpi, that your little golden dog speaks English?" Oh my God, this is something very interesting. You people might not be able to speak English fluently, but this dog is able to. Isn't this strange to listen to? Now, here narrator is narrating the story. That means Jesse. Jesse is saying that Mocha is the little golden dog and that speaks English. Mocha is the dog, is the name of the dog, like I said in the beginning. And Mocha is able to speak which language? English, exactly. No one seems to know but me. Now the writer, the narrator of the story, Jesse, says that no one knows that Mocha is able to speak English, but only she knows that Mocha is able to speak in English. My job is to feed Mocha and take her walks when her family goes on vacation. Now the writer says that what is her job? Her job is to feed Mocha, means to give food to Mocha and to take her for walking every morning or evening whenever Mocha's family. Obviously, when you keep the pet dog, you are their family members. So whenever Mr. and Mrs. Kyumpi, the owner of the dog, goes out for vacation, Jessie comes to their house as the caretaker of the dog. And she feeds the dog, gives the food and takes the Mocha to the walk. This is what the job is of writer. I have asked them about Mocha before. So now Jessie says that, the writer of the story says that she has asked Mr. and Mrs. Kyumpi that do they know that their dog is able to speak in English? Obviously, if someone says to you that your dog or your cat or any of your pet animal is able to speak in English, will you be able to accept that, digest that? No, you will not be able to, neither do I. So is with Mr. and Mrs. Kyumpi. Mr. and Mrs. Kyumpi were also not able to digest this. They said that Mocha is our dog, our family member. We know this dog since we have brought it to our house since its childhood, and she never had speak to anyone. How will she speak English? Let's see what is the reply of Mr. and Mrs. Kyumpi. Mr. and Mrs. Kyumpi says, they laugh and tell me to have a nice weekend and not to give little Mocha too much to eat. So Mr. and Mrs. Kyumpi, when they were leaving for vacation, when they were going for vacation, they had a word with Jessie, the writer. During that situation, Jessie says, Mr. and Mrs. Kyumpi, you can go for vacation, I will handle Mocha. But you know, Mocha is able to speak English. Mr. and Mrs. Kyumpi laughs aloud. Obviously, that was a kind of joke for them. They were not able to believe. So Mr. and Mrs. Kyumpi, they just started laughing and they said, take care of yourselves and of our dog too. Don't give so much food, don't give too much food to Mocha to eat when she is sleeping especially. Then they leave for their vacation. Now Mr. and Mrs. Kyumpi went out for the vacation. Now there is Mocha, Jessie and one more person in the house, which you will come to know slowly. Let's see what happens when Mr. and Mrs. Kyumpi goes away. Mocha comes bouncing down the stairs, wagging her little golden tail and barking with joy. As soon as Mr. and Mrs. Kyumpi leaves the house, see, they are about to leave. Can you see, students, on the screen? This is Mr. Kyumpi and this is Mrs. Kyumpi. Both are husband and wife. So they are going for vacation. Can you see the luggage, handbags in their hand? They are going for vacation. As soon as they are about to leave, Mocha comes down from the first floor or might be from the second floor. She comes down wagging her tail, means moving her tail. You might have seen dog moving the tail, street dogs. How many of you are feeding the street dogs? I think at least almost all of you might be giving chapati, breads or milk to the dog. So immediately when you show a bowl of milk or chapati to them, they start running, wagging their tail, moving their tail, shaking their tail and come towards you to eat that or drink that, right? This is so happened with Mocha. Mocha, as soon as Mocha heard that Mr. and Mrs. Kyumpi are leaving the house, she ran down to the ground floor to see off them. See off means to say goodbye to someone when they are leaving certain place. So Mocha came down wagging her little golden tail. You can see here is the picture of Mocha. She is of golden color. You might have heard the breed golden retriever, golden Labrador. So golden color dogs are there, yes. Mocha, I shout, would you like me to scratch behind your ears? Forevermore, she yaps. Oh, now what happened? Like Jessie said, Jessie and Mocha started talking to each other. Let's listen to their conversation. First, Jessie says, Mocha, you will like if I scratch your ears, behind your ears. You know, especially dog likes if you move your hands, if you pat them near their neck, near the area where their belt is. Because full day if you tie this kind of belt, they feel itching over there. Especially when you move your hands around their neck, that is the reason why do they like this very much. So this is what Jessie asked. Mocha says, yes, forevermore. Forever means forever. So Mocha says, yes, forevermore. This is very much shocking. Mocha is able to speak English. Just now she spoke the word forevermore. Is this possible? What do you think, people? Mocha is speaking English. She spoke forevermore. That means, yes, she wants Jessie to scratch her hands behind her ears. Now, Jessie asks second question to Mocha. Would you like me to rub your little golden belly? Belly means stomach area, the area near the stomach including the waist. So obviously dog even likes if you rub your hands on their stomach. They likes it very much. They start sleeping on your knee and they feel very good, very joyful. So now obviously Mocha is going to agree. So Mocha says forevermore, forevermore. Again Mocha repeated the same English word, forevermore, forevermore. See students, dog is speaking English. It is unbelievable. Don't you think so? Let's see what is the secret behind this. Forevermore is the only word I have ever heard Mocha say. Now Jessie is saying that Mocha speaks English, but she has only heard Mocha speaking one word. The word was forevermore. That means yes, forever. So what is the secret behind this? What do you think, students? Is she really speaking this word, or it is just a kind of illusion for Jessie? Let's read the story and try to understand it. Now, Jessie says that this is the only word, forevermore is only one word which she has heard that dog speaking, Mocha speaking. When I have felt lonely, I have asked her, how long do you think you will love me? Now Jessie says that whenever Jessie is feeling lonely, whenever she feels that there is no friend, no brothers and sisters with her, she always used to spend the time with Mocha, that dog. And then she asks the dog that for how much long time, for how many years will you love me? This is what Jessie is asking to that dog Mocha. Mocha says loudly, forevermore. Again, Mocha is speaking the same word, forevermore. That means forever. When I have felt tired, I have told her, it is so difficult being a writer. How much longer do you think I should keep writing, or I should keep trying? Now Jessie is asking to Mocha, whenever Jessie is writing the book, by the way, students, let me tell you, Jessie is the writer. I told you even in the beginning of this story that Jessie is the narrator, she is the writer of the story. So Jessie is now saying that whenever she is tired of writing the book, whenever she feels that, oh, now it's enough, so she asks the question to Mocha, that dog, for how long time she should keep writing the book, she should keep trying to be a writer. So Mocha says forevermore, forevermore. That means Mocha wants Jessie to keep writing always. Okay, so now students, you might have noticed from the previous page, Mocha says forevermore, always she says forevermore. So this is only one word which that dog is speaking. Like I said, it can even be the illusion, it can even be, kind of hallucination. Mocha might not be speaking really. That could be the hallucination of Jessie. But let's see what truth it is, what is the truth here in the story. Although Mocha only says that one word, she always says just what I need to hear. Now this is the very important thing you need to understand, students. Mocha, that little golden dog, is speaking only one word. Which word? Forevermore. But she is speaking this word at the proper time. when really this word is needed to be heard by Jessie, at that time only Mocha is speaking forevermore. She actually means that. She does not speak this word always. She speaks this whenever Jessie is trying to ask something positive. So Mocha speaks only this word forevermore when Jessie really needs this word. Okay. So Mr. and Mrs. Kyumpi have a granddaughter. Granddaughter means their son's daughter. So what is the name of granddaughter? Name is Samantha. So Samantha was the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Kyumpi's son. That means Samantha had grandfather and grandmother, Mr. and Mrs. Kyumpi respectively. One day while her grandma and grandpa were getting ready to leave, Samantha asked me, "Hey Jessie, did you know that the little golden dog speaks English?" Oh, now here students, the twist is in the story, the climax is. Now you need to read it very clearly. One day when Mr. and Mrs. Kyumpi were going out for the vacation, might be after 1 or 2 years, Samantha was talking to Jessie. Jessie was the writer and even the caretaker of the dog. So Samantha was asking to Jessie, "Hey Jessie, do you know my dog Mocha is able to speak English?" And students, you know that Jessie already knows that little golden dog is able to speak. And Jessie always talks with Mocha. Mocha always replies forevermore to Jessie. Let's see what Jessie replies. "You mean Mocha talks to you too?" I asked, overjoyed to finally find someone else who knows. Jessie really was happy listening to this question. At first, Jessie thought that Mocha, that little golden dog, is only speaking to her, talking to her, I mean to say. But now, Samantha was also the girl with whom Mocha was speaking in English. So Jessie was really happy to hear this. Jessie said that, "With you also Mocha is speaking." Now whenever someone says "with you also," that means that particular person is also included. Same thing happened with Jessie. Jessie then replied to Samantha that, "Samantha, with you also Mocha is talking." Obviously Samantha will understand that with you also, that means Mocha is talking to Jessie also. Let's see what happens now in the story. "But she only says one word," says Samantha. She says "nevermore." Here is the twist in the story. Now Samantha says that, "Jessie, yes, with me also Mocha is speaking. But with me, Mocha is speaking only one word, which is nevermore." So this is the difference, girls and boys. This is the difference. You need to keep it in your mind that with Jessie, whenever Mocha is speaking, Mocha speaks only one word, forevermore. And whenever Mocha is speaking to Samantha, she speaks nevermore. Different words with different people. So let's see what actually the twist is, what actually the story is. Why is she saying nevermore to Samantha and forevermore to Jessie? Now, here, nevermore I ask. So Jessie asked, "Nevermore?" To me she speaks forevermore. Why is she saying nevermore to you? This is what Jessie wants to make it clear. Yes, says Samantha. Samantha further replies that yes, she only says nevermore to me. I ask her, will I be afraid of the dark tonight? And Mocha yaps, nevermore. So, here Samantha is asking such questions that should be answered never. That's why Mocha always is answering her nevermore. So here the first question which Samantha asked Mocha was, will she get frightened or afraid alone without their grandparents when she is sleeping alone in her room during the night time? Mocha says nevermore, you will never get afraid. This is what she means. So you might have come to know, students, that Mocha is speaking only one word with both of these girls, but Mocha is speaking these words whenever they required, whenever these words actually are needed. I ask, do you think I'll get too nervous to raise my hand and answer the question in the class tomorrow? Now this was the negative question. Samantha is asking to little golden dog that will she get afraid while teacher will ask her the question, or while she wants to answer the question in the class. Obviously your well-wishers will say no, you will never get afraid, and so did the Mocha say. Mocha said that nevermore, you will never get afraid. This is what Mocha says to Samantha. So students, basically Jessie was asking the questions which should be answered forever, and Samantha was asking such questions which should be answered never. So they were getting forevermore and nevermore respectively. So try to think about the story. What could be the secret? Why the Mocha is speaking forevermore and nevermore to the particular person only? We will discuss this even in the next lecture. Keep reading and revising the chapter, and be ready with your books in the next lecture as well. Till then, have a nice day. Goodbye.